everybody, so today I want to show you this card. Now I'm sure this card's been done before. I'm sure it's online somewhere. I saw something similar, but I think it was Flutterby Heidi did something that was sort of similar, but I just like the way that the bits inside were wonky. So I've called it a square wonky zigzag pop-up card because it's kind of what it is. So you've got these pop-ups, but if you can see they're wonky. So they're bigger up this end than they are up this end. This is smaller. And so I just quite liked, I like that. I thought that was a bit different. So I've used it for a mail card, and I've just used the transport dies from first edition. These papers are a very old pack from Docrafts Papermania, and I think it was Mister Maker, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, if I can find it, I'll link it. I'll just quickly grab the packet so you can see what it looks like, but they are from a long time ago, so I don't think they're still available. Okay, so these are the papers. Mister Mister is what it was called, and I think it came out around Father's Day. But it's double-sided papers. They're just quite cool. I like them because you've got your drills and whatever, but you've also got like crosswords, and so they're not like your typical, I mean, some of them are like typical beer and whatever, but tools, but then some of them are like Scrabble and, you know, just like letters and things and newspapers and even like maps. So I just thought they were quite cool. But as I said, I don't know if they're still available. If they are, I'll try and link them. If not, then I'm afraid they're not. You might want to try eBay, because they're quite good for things like this, where people are just chucking out pads that they don't, you know, maybe they've used a couple of papers and they don't want the rest. So yeah, so have a look. But yeah, so this is the card we're going to do today. So let's get into it. Right, so for this card, you're going to need a few bits and bobs. So you're going to need a card blank. Now I'm doing mine that's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So you will need a piece of card that's 5 3/4 by 11.5, and just score it halfway at 5 3/4 to make your card blank. And then onto this you need a mat for the front, and then two mats for the insides as well. So all of your 3 mats need to be, in fact you need one for the back as well for your message you're going to write on the back. So you need 4 mat pieces that are 5.5 by 5.5, and onto these you need to stick, on 3 of them, you need to stick pattern pieces, I've already stuck mine down, that are 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I've already gone ahead and stuck that one down, which is going to go on the front. Go that way around. It's going to go on the front, and then on the inside I've got these 2 ones here, so they're going to go there. And then I'm going to do one for the back, which will have my white piece of card, and your white piece of card also needs to be 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick this onto the front and the inside ones on, and I shall come back to you in a minute. Okay, so I've stuck my front bit down and also my 2 inside pieces. Okay, so now you need to get yourself 3 little strips, and I've done mine to be 1/2 inch by 7 inches, and you need to score them at 1/2 inch, which is here, 3.5 inches and 4.5 inches. Okay, so all 3 of them need scoring at 1/2 inch, 3.5 and 4.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead now and just fold these and burnish them. Right, so we've done that, I've folded them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add some red tape on here and some red tape on here. And we're going to do it on all 3. Let's move my card out of the way while I do that. Okay, so I've got 3 strips now with the tape on the end. So we're going to bring our card back in again. Now the first one I'm going to do so that it sticks this way round, like that. So what we want to do is we're going to peel off the backing. In fact, let's start with the middle one actually. Let's start with the middle one. So I'm just going to make a mark halfway. If we start with the middle, then we can make sure it's definitely all, you know, equally spaced. So 1/2 of 5 3/4 is 2 7/8. So I'm going to make a little mark at 2 7/8 like that. And then we're going to take the first strip. Now I want this strip to be going off this way because I want one here, and then one here. So because of that, I need to make sure that this short piece is on the left. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take the backing off that. And then we're going to take this and we're going to stick it. So this is the sticky bit. We're going to line it up. In fact, let me do it this way around. We're going to line it up with the sticky bit facing upwards. Make sure it's straight. It's not, you know, wonky up or down. Make sure it's straight. That doesn't look quite... I feel like I've got more at the top than I have at the bottom there, but let's have a quick look. Yeah, 2 3/4. No, that's about right. Okay, so once that's straight and we're happy with it being straight, oopsie daisy, happy with it being straight, and then we're going to close our card onto it like that, so it sticks like that. And then what we're going to do is just going to fold this in half like this, take off that backing there, and then we're going to fold and close the other side onto it. So what happens is when you open it up, you get that. Now, as you can see, it's not even, and that's the look we're going for. It's why it's called a square wonky zigzag pop-up card, because that's exactly what it is. It's wonky. It's just that then you kind of get a nice kind of, it's just a bit different, you know, so that's why we did it that way. So now we need to go ahead and do the ones at the top and the ones at the bottom. So this time we need to make sure that this little tab sticks on the right hand side. So we're just going to eye up roughly where halfway top and bottom is. So I reckon it's about there. And I'm going to stick that down like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half, take off the backing like that. And then we're going to shut the card onto that piece. So then hopefully this will be going in the opposite direction. So as you can see, you've got one going one way, one going the other way. And then the last one needs to go the same way as that top one. So we're going to take this, I'm going to lay it down here, make sure it's kind of halfway, sticky side up, and the little bit's going to stick on this right hand side. So we're going to close the card on it, open it up, fold it in half, and then do the same again. So take the backing off the tape, make sure it's nice and straight, take our card, shut it onto it, like that, open it up, and there you have your 3 zigzaggy pop-up pieces. Okay, so now all we need to do is add our die cuts. So I'm using these dies. These are actually from, these are transport dies from Trimcraft. They were first edition dies from quite a few years ago now. If I can still find them, I will link them. And I'm just going to put them on like that. So then it stands up. You've got a nice, you know, nice mail card. So I'm going to go ahead now and add these on. And I think I'm going to have to use, well, I wanted to use red tape. But I might end up having to use glue. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Okay, so there we go. We've got our little motorbike and our cars inside, so I quite like that. I'm going to put a celebrate your special day, just a little sentiment in here, and I think I'm going to put it there. It's quite small. It could probably go with being a bit larger. I might look at that. I might do something different actually. I might do that something different in there. I'm not quite sure what I want to do inside, but anyway, you get the gist of how you do the mechanism. So then on the front, I had this already pre-cut from something else because I originally had it with black on the outside and the letters were orange. So the opposite of it, I just kept and then, you know, flipped them around. Missing my little orange bit in the middle there, but never mind. Right, so that's going to go on there like that. And then I've got these little black square gems and also some black round gems. I'm just going to have them coming down in a corner. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on now. Okay, so just added a few gems on the front. I don't really like using gems for mail cards, but I felt like it just needed something. It is quite busy on the front anyway, but it just adds a bit of interest. Yeah, so that's the front done, and inside you've got your cards, and then I think I'm going to put a greeting inside as well. I'm not quite sure what. And then on the back, that's where you can write your message. I was wondering about putting your message in here actually. I might still do it. I might put like a strip that opens up or something. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have a think about this actually and see, because I reckon there's a way of doing it so I don't have to put it on the back. So yes, I will have a look at that. But yeah, so that's the card for today. Hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, because it really helps me out as a channel and helps me to do what I do, and to keep on doing what I'm doing. And it doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me. So if you can, that would be great. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Leave a comment down below, all the usual stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye.